Okay, so Mike and Dave need wedding dates. I was really not looking forward to this movie at all. I mean, the trailer just like, oh god, here we go again. Zac Efron destroying his career because I have to be honest. Recently, he has been changing things and somewhat blowing me away, if I'm honest, because last year was We Are Your Friends, and I really enjoyed that. It wasn't a perfect film, but it definitely was a lot of fun, and I'd say it was better than average. I mean, I think it scored about 7.6 or something like that. There's some great music in that film, and I've watched it lots and lots of times. Um, and then obviously he made Neighbours 2, which I enjoyed more than the original because I thought the original kind of had problems with it. And I liked the way they changed his character, so they made it more a thing that he's actually friends with Seth Rogen. And I felt like, okay, yeah, I get it now. This is better. Um, and he has done some good things. I mean, Charlie St. Cloud, I really enjoyed that movie. It wasn't perfect, but it was good. And I really like Me and Orson Welles. I thought that is the best Zac Efron film ever. I mean, I thought that was a really brilliant film. I mean, the best one ever. And then to this movie, I mean, Dirty Grandpa was supposed to be terrible, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I really want to go near this. But then that's what you kind of feel like with this movie, and that's especially how I felt because from the trailer it looked a bit like a crappy setup, and I don't really know if this is going to work, but I was really shocked that I was actually enjoying this and actually laughing at the jokes and getting the humor and actually finding Adam Devine to be actually good and actually used in a better way. I mean, I think in the final girls, I think he was sort of used and he had some funny moments, but it didn't really give him enough to do in that movie. Because there were moments there, but there wasn't enough, to make it work properly. And I think, in terms of this movie, I think he works a lot better in this one than in that one. Um, I mean, I think let me give my words out. I think there are things somewhat wrong with this film. I don't think it's perfect by any means, but I enjoyed it a hell of a lot more than I was expecting to, and I sort of came out of it feeling like I actually like that. I can't believe it. And yes, there are things which are a bit cringeworthy and disgusting and not very nice at all, but that only happens now and again, like later on into the film. And the whole setup, yes, does sound a bit rubbish from the offset. But I think when you get into the film, you start watching it. I got it. I found the humor funny. I found them to be likable. Obviously, sure, they can be kind of dickheads at times I mean, obviously, you can understand the point where the families come from, but I still enjoyed them. I think Zac Efron is actually showing he has promise because in the past he has really let me down with things like High School Musical and I mean, it's just dreadful, dreadful. I mean, one of the worst films ever made. High School Musical 2 was ghastly, ghastly. And then this thing happened where he was actually showing he can act and actually do something good. And I'd be lying if I said I haven't enjoyed his films recently because I have enjoyed them, and I think this is going in a good way now. Keep on doing this. I mean, I'm not really looking forward to the Baywatch remake. If I'm well, because it's a remake of a TV show and I made it into a movie, not to kind of confuse you, but that doesn't look very good. But if that is terrible, let's just forget about it and move on because he has shown that he has done good things here. And Adam Levine, I think, he's very he's very much somebody that you'll have interest in. I think as the future carries on. I mean, I don't think he's really sort of had that thing where Zac Efron was known, and obviously he was known for those ghastly High School Musical movies, but at least he was known for something, even though they weren't very good. And then obviously then he had more of a career, went on, and he got better. Um, but I think Andy needs to kind of have more time to grow with that. I mean, yes, I know he was on a TV show, but I don't really know about it because it only really came out in America. So Yeah, and I don't even know what it's called anyway. Okay, so I haven't really said about Anna Kendrick and Audrey Plaza. I mean, I think they're very good. I mean, I think there are moments you think, "Oh my god, did they just do that?" and oh my god. And there's even a moment where it seems like she gives basically all of, well, so I'm saying this wrong. She basically has to take all of Zac Efron's clothes because he's like, "Well, I'm gonna have to give you everything." And then you think Zac Efron almost naked there, but obviously he must have his boxer shorts still on. But yes, if you are a female, Zac Efron does not get naked, so perhaps you're going to be disappointed. Um, well, yeah. In my point of view, I don't really mind about that because I'm not really into all that because I'm a guy. But there's this thing with this movie that I think it has certain elements that you wouldn't expect, like I say, to come together, but they do, and I was laughing, and I think it's better than the run of the mill comedy because if you look at stuff like Adam Sandler films recently, and well, let's just be honest. Apart from yeah, I don't know what's that right. Apart from Hotel Transylvania 1 and 2, which I did like, he hasn't done anything good since Funny People. I mean, it literally there's nothing there, and I'm telling you now that those films are so bad that he's done that this is like so far ahead of those. And I actually, like I said, I enjoyed this when I wasn't expecting to. So that really says something about Adam Sandler films, which I can't stand because I think this actually knows what target audience is going for, and it's a 15 certificate, opposed to something as dreadful as Pixels, which starts off as sort of, oh, this doesn't seem that bad. You know, the first 10 minutes, you can see why kids are into this. And then it turns into the Adam Sandler movie, which is really dreadful. And then all that adult material and stuff thrown in, and somehow they got away with a 12 certificate, and that was just preposterous. And this is obviously like a rated R in America or like a 15 in the UK. And I think it did what it was supposed to do. It did the target audience thing bang on. There's no confusion at all. And I like that. I mean, overall, is it the greatest movie that Zac Efron's ever been in? No. But it's a hell of a lot better than I expected to be. I mean, I guess at some point I have to watch Dirty Grandpa, and actually I think Audrey Plaza's done that as well, which seems kind of ironic. Um, but I don't know. Perhaps it will be terrible. Perhaps it won't be that bad. But Rob De Niro's been in some really stinky films in the past. But let's just see what happens.